one driving us out?
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine, but this is for you.
Oh, thanks.
I'll probably just steal a couple sips from that though.
I do own 3 pillows in case, you know.
Okay. They help.
In case
Okay.
this carpet is enticing later. So,
Are these all on?
no.
This one's on.
Just say words into it.
You ready to start?
No, just say words into it.
Yeah, are we recording?
I don't know.
Wait, actually, are we? Like, I never know how to tell.
I feel like at this point you know. You just.
No, I actually don't.
How would you not know at this point?
Hey, I'm getting tired of this shtick. Can you just not do the are we recording shtick anymore? I mean,
Okay, it's not a joke for me. Like, I just always have to ask. So we are though, right? I don't know what any of these
That's a
like.
yes.
I don't know what any of these like meters or any of this technology means. Like,
It looks like. See how like those are moving? That's
check,
like-
check.
right, but that just means like we're registering on the microphones that we're using. Oh, there's the red recording light. Okay, yeah, we
Okay,
are.
so now you know for next
Sweet.
time. Red
Yeah.
recording light.
Now you know after like 20
Yeah.
episodes or something
Yeah,
like that.
wow, holy shit. Okay, so yeah, wow. This is
This is more like 10.
Impromptu.
Oh yeah, we're back. We're back forever, and
Well, I don't know about forever, but yeah, we're back, and this is a super special episode of the Uneducated Statement.
Uneducated boobs.
The Uneducated Statements podcast. I'm Ben.
okay. I think we agree with that, don't we?
Yeah, I mean.
You're
Yeah,
back.
you guys
All right,
agree.
cool.
And I'm here with Mark.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'm Mark.
Yeah, that's Mark.
as always,
A very special guest.
a very special guest, Mr. Ryan.
A little
I would
too
say
hyped.
probably our most prestigious
Wow.
guest.
That's
Well,
a little.
Maybe.
I wanted to say most special, but I felt like wanting to be like, oh, what do you mean special? Ugh.
Yeah, I mean.
Well,
I'm
he's the
partially
first
retarded,
special first special guest we have that doesn't live in the state of Texas.
True.
So,
True.
well, I guess Chris doesn't anymore, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, technicalities.
Yeah,
Technicalities.
Ryan. Okay.
That scotch is taking up a lot of space in my refrigerator, so we need to finish it tonight.
I
Cool.
don't think that's gonna happen.
I've never lived outside of Maryland, if that counts. So I've never lived in Texas.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah.
a good thing.
Is that good?
Does this count as taking the podcast on the road again?
Not really, because
No,
you live here now.
Live here.
Right.
I mean, you can't tell by the no furniture, but you definitely do live in the house.
Yeah, you squat here. Yeah. So yeah, we're recording from Mark's new apartment.
My
in,
apartment definitely meets the profile for like a suicide bomber type person. Like he just moved into the area and now he's gonna blow himself up. So he's
yeah,
like, eat shit.
yeah. All your neighbors would be like, "Yeah, he seemed like a normal guy," but then
What
like,
do you mean? What do you mean? There's nothing in his apartment? What? He lived there for like 2 years.
He's got a TV and some scotch. He's good.
Yeah, and a map over there of the state of Maryland.
I just have a bunch of
Makes it even
blueprints.
weirder.
2016 guys. We have phones. Like,
Yeah,
what's
whatever.
going on?
This is bad. I need furniture ASAP.
I think I gotta go. Okay, I'll see you guys later.
I need
Yeah,
furniture
so,
and pictures of my family.
So we're recording from Odenton, Maryland, which is weird, but
It's like
Mark.
basically Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah, basically, but whatever.
Is it really? Does this count as
I would count it as Baltimore. No one knows.
if someone? Okay, so if someone asked me like, "Hey, where are you from?" We're like, "Oh, Baltimore."
Yeah,
pretty much.
suburb of
Yeah,
Baltimore.
just say outside,
Yeah.
right outside Baltimore.
'Cause I think I'm like closer to Annapolis, aren't I?
No.
No.
No, you're like, because I live about 20 minutes from here, which is like Baltimore.
Oh shit. Okay. Just tell
Yeah.
people
So
Baltimore.
Mark is here in his apartment, but he has no furniture yet.
I mean, he's got 2 fold-out chairs, so.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sitting on the floor, but
Do you want to sit in a chair?
No.
Because I'm actually not used to sitting in the chair. I usually sit right there.
It's your place, man.
That's really where like I take all my meals and I do paperwork and that sounds depressing actually.
Yeah, you're king of the castle, man.
Mhm.
Yeah. So Mark's here in Maryland. Enjoying his new job, sort of.
Ben's visiting us in
Yeah,
Maryland.
I came up
Oh,
here
yeah.
for a wedding. Obviously, had to bring up some old friends, real good old friends. Ryan here.
Still current and old friends.
Yeah, we've been friends for a while. It's fine. But yeah, Ryan, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. Lived here my whole life. Pretty not interesting.
Oh, come on. There's Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your hobbies.
Oh, my hobbies. Oh, we want to start this already.
Yeah, we want to start this already.
Another fellow Magic player, along with Ben Creed.
There we go.
Play a lot of Magic the Gathering.
He's way better than me.
I'm not going to dispute that.
Yeah. Good. You shouldn't.
Yeah, it's a very fun game. Just spend most of my free time playing it. It's probably a little sad, but
You know what? It's fine.
It's great.
It's fine. It's a great game.
It's such a great game. I'm only a casual observer. Really, a passerby. Every now and then I'll say like, "Oh man, that's cool."
one day
But
I'll play.
maybe one day. No, not likely. But
I kind of feel bad because today like I met up with Mark for like breakfast/brunch, and then he was like, "What do you want to do?" And I was like, "Well, I told some of my friends, we'd meet up at the card store and play some Magic." And so Mark and I went over to the card store, Squabbles, and Ryan and I just played Magic for like 4 hours.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
was it really that long?
It wasn't 4 hours, but
it was a decent amount of
yeah,
time.
it was
Like
definitely a few
2.
hours.
No. I don't know.
It was all
Like
blurb.
like really what I had to do, like for me, like I didn't say like yeah, but like only for a little while, or like but I can only do it for like 2. I was like okay, yeah,
Yeah.
like that's what I had to do today.
Yeah, just
Nothing.
Yeah.
And, try to go furniture shopping.
When
That
you
didn't go
texted
very
me,
well.
yeah, when you texted me, I was like, I just started watching There Will Be Blood. So I was like,
Oh, that's a great movie.
I just
seen it.
started watching it. Like I haven't seen it before. I was like, oh fuck, let's go to Annapolis. Let's go play some cards, and then. I thought I would have time to come back here and clean before y'all came over, but there's really not much to clean.
Yeah,
So-
I know. It looks fine, I guess, sort of. I don't know. You're just really living like the bachelor dream, I guess.
I mean, how long have you been here?
2 weeks.
Okay, so that's
whatever.
understandable.
It'll look like this in like 6 months though. So
Okay, so
No art on the
that'll be
walls.
less understandable at the time.
I'll
Dude, I don't understand how you're gonna like try and bring girls back here. Like this is
Bro.
insane.
She's gonna walk in and be like, "Yep, you're a serial killer." See ya.
I mean, it'd be weird if like I don't know. Like I have like longish hair and like I kind of dress like a homeless person. It'd be weird if I had stuff in here to be like, oh wow, this guy has stuff.
I don't think that would be weird.
No, I think it'd be weird.
I
I
don't
think
think
it'd be
they'd come and
strange.
be like, "Oh, you have a couch?" Like, I'm out. Sorry, that's not cool.
No, you just got to tell them you don't believe in personal belongings.
Yeah.
Yeah, same as how most people don't believe in ghosts.
All right, you know what? Let's
Can we-
not start there.
Can we tell that story? No.
How Ben's obsessed with
We
ghosts.
can, but let's walk through our day together first.
Okay.
So after going to the card store, Mark and I decided to go see Bert Kreischer,
The Machine.
The Machine, stand-up comedian in person in Baltimore. Also, so Ryan is just under 21. He's turning 21 in like 6 weeks. But you totally could have come to that show. No one carded
Yeah.
us
Oh
the
my
entire
God.
night.
Why, you shouldn't have just never told me that. That sucks.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, dude. But it was a weird show, I thought, but it was fun.
It was well. He just recorded a special.
Yeah.
Like it just aired last night. So he was doing all new material mostly. He did
Yeah.
like
Okay.
he did like 2 bits that like I guess he'd been like working on for a while. Just to give himself like some footing, but like otherwise it was kind of like, yeah, let's fucking play around and do. It was cool.
Yeah, a lot of people like weren't happy about it though, I thought.
It was like the crowd not very.
Yeah, they wanted him to like do like his stuff, but he was just like fuck it, dude, like my hour special just released last night. Like I'm not going to do any of that bullshit.
I felt like he did like a solid half hour of material,
Yeah.
and he's
then-
like, all right, I did my job. Let's go ahead and like
and then
talk
you
to
just-
people and
yeah, dicked around for an
crowd
hour.
work. Yeah.
Yeah. It was great. But yeah, so since the last time we recorded, I actually like quote unquote stopped drinking.
Yeah.
But tonight we went to the comedy club.
And you started. Good for you.
Well, okay, it wasn't like that. It wasn't.
Congratulations.
But there was like
Congratulations.
there was like a 2-drink minimum.
I'm glad you've seen the light.
There was like a 2-drink minimum, and I was like, hey, like, can I just get like 2 shots of Seagram 7, in a glass, and that'll cover my 2-drink minimum, right? And the waitress was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, okay, cool. And I figured I'd just sip these 2 shots of whiskey through the whole show, and it would be fine. Not a big deal. Just like a little bit of alcohol. Yeah, it's not like I'm not like trying to get drunk or anything. But then the waitress brings this like 12-ounce plastic cup, and it's filled to the brim with whiskey. And I was like, well, fuck this. Like,
Guess
you
I'm
know,
getting crunk tonight.
it was bullshit. Like, you know, I was like, well, I guess I'm like paying for this, and so I'm like locked into drinking it. Like, I'm not gonna like not drink it. And you know, it's not like it wasn't like too much, but like it's a decent amount.
Yeah,
Okay. And you know, so you know, I just sipped on it through the whole show, and you know, it was fine. Accidentally got drunk, you know, whatever. Not my fault. It was the waitress's fault.
Not your fault.
Um,
Okay. Could have just not drinking it. You know.
Well, I mean, yeah, and pay for it. Yeah, what
Yeah,
am I?
I mean,
That's bullshit.
Just pretend like it's part of the
Dude.
cost of the show. You know.
Thirsty kids in Africa
Could have drinking that.
could have drinking that.
I
You
guess
could have gotten
whatever.
real drunk.
So
I don't know,
That's
but
good.
it was a cool show. Had a lot of fun. I don't know.
So
I had fun. I kind of like my back started cramping because I was like, oh, let me make sure Ben has this, line of sight behind me.
He was behind you.
Yeah, it was like table seating.
Ah, that's weird.
So yeah,
You did that for me.
yeah.
For you.
That's great.
And also I didn't want to sit like
What if
fucking
it
like
was, you know.
Yeah.
I was like glamour shots. Like, okay, now tilt your head. So
Yeah, Ryan was supposed to come with us, but he ended up not coming because we found out it was like a 21 plus show, quote unquote. But whatever. What'd you do like in the meantime?
Yeah, my friend's 30th birthday.
Oh, it's his 30th.
Whoa.
30th, yeah. So.
He looks
They're-
way older than that.
Wow. I was going to say the opposite, but okay. They were having something at the bowling alley, and then they went back to his apartment and just...
How was
Just
that?
getting real
Tell,
drunk.
tell us about that.
It was interesting. One of my buddies had surgery recently, so he can't drink a lot.
Tell us more.
So he had one drink, a few Jello shots, and he was gone. He was...
Yeah, when I called Ryan to like organize this podcast, said friend hopped on the phone and said he was proud of me. Like,
Did he? I think he wished you a happy birthday. Even though
yeah, he
also-
did. He did.
he wasn't on speakerphone, but like I heard him, and it
was
sounded
screaming,
like
so-
he was screaming like a pterodactyl or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, he said happy 22nd birthday, Ben, and then he told me he was proud of me like at least 1.5 dozen times. I'm 23, and I guess I'm glad he's proud of me. But you know,
I mean, what
Yeah,
they
yeah.
found, you know,
shout out to Eason.
Ian Osley.
Yeah, shout out to Ian Bosley at Bosels on Twitter if you guys want to follow him. He's a semi-professional Magic player. Really great guy.
Great Magic player for sure.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, significantly better than Ben.
He's not fun to play against.
Yeah, because you just lose every time.
Yeah, that's true.
So tell us about this wedding you were at.
Wait, do you guys actually want to hear about the wedding or just like the bridesmaid? I was
Just the
straight up-
bridesmaid, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
no
right.
one wants to hear about the wedding
Yeah,
because
I
like
mean, I'm
it's
sure
like
they were happily married and they kissed and
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
okay.
they said
so
I do and they exchanged rings and their vows were lifts and
She was very,
no one
very,
gives a
very
shit.
thrilling.
So yeah, I'm up
Will
here.
they, won't they? You know.
Will they? Won't they? So I'm up here this weekend for a wedding. One of my best friends from college. He's the guy that I shared an apartment with here in Annapolis. After we graduated, and really great guy. But he was getting married this weekend, and I was a groomsman. So I flew up here on. Okay, well that in and of itself was an adventure because my flight was Thursday morning out of Houston, but I live in Corpus Christi, so I had to leave Wednesday night at like midnight and drive 4 hours to get to Houston 2 hours early before my flight.
Because even in Texas, everything was just like 30 hours away from each other.
Yeah, it's bullshit. But so I drove all the way to Houston, got there, and checked in for my flight. Took like an hour nap before I got on the plane. I got on the plane. I had a window seat that was assigned seating, and this single mom and her kid sat next to me in the row, and the kid sat in the middle seat, obviously.
And you joined the Mile High Club, obviously.
Obviously,
With the
no.
kid in the middle seat.
No, no, no. I fell asleep before like the plane even took off because I was dead tired from driving through the night, and but I fell asleep before the plane took off, and then like an hour and a half into the flight, like this kid next to me was like 6, 7 years old, but like an hour and a half into the flight, I feel this like tiny hand, like I wake up to feeling this tiny hand just on my left thigh.
This is not how I expect you to join the Mile High Club,
Yeah,
by
dude.
the way.
And then this, like, I feel this, like, 60, 70 pounds just, like, on my left thigh. And I was just, like, sitting in the seat asleep. And
Was the kid bigger than you?
no. but, like, my eyes were closed. And it was just darkness. But then out of nowhere, I feel this, like, blinding light. And I open my eyes. And this little kid had leaned over on the middle seat, put his hand on my thigh to just slide open the fucking window, the window shield or whatever. And I opened one eye and I looked at this kid, and he was obviously trying to look out the window. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll humor this little kid. I opened the window thing all the way, and so the kid could see out the window.
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever, I'll try and go back to sleep. I closed my eyes, but then I look. And this kid has, like, sat back in his middle seat, put his headphones back on, and was just staring at his iPad. Wasn't even looking out the window anymore.
my
He was
goodness.
just like, yeah, fuck it, I'm done with that shit.
He needed some light.
Please tell me you fucked him.
Oh.
But, I got kind of upset and, closed the window thing and put my jacket on it, fell asleep on, like, the window. And then probably about, like, 30, 45 minutes later, I hear this kid's mom go, yeah, just raise it. And then I feel this kid put his hand on my thigh again, and then he tried to, like, raise the window thing while I was sleeping on it. And
Jeez, what a dick.
I got so mad at this fucking kid. I wanted to, like, take his little tiny face and just, like, smush it against the window. Like,
Wait, open it first and then be like, this is what you wanted.
is this what you want? This is what you want, right? I don't know. I got really upset. So, like, I feel like this kid was a child molester. Not like a child molester, but like
He's
a
a
child
molest others.
He was a
molester.
child
Yeah.
and he's molesting you.
That's bullshit, dude.
Dude.
I don't know. I've never been more upset at like a 6 or 7 year old in my entire life, because I didn't sleep. Like, I didn't get
Yeah.
good sleep. Whatever. And I'm still bitter about it.
It's probably a
Um,
midget. Just didn't know it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
whatever. So I got off the plane, got my stuff, got picked up by my friends, went to the rehearsal dinner. First was like the actual rehearsal for the ceremony, and it was in the church. And this was where I first met this bridesmaid that I was going to be paired up for the whole wedding. And obviously, it was paired by height, so I was paired with the shortest bridesmaid.
Not close.
Because that's
What was she like?
Wow.
She like 4'11", you're like 5 foot.
she was about 5 foot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 5'7".
Okay.
Okay.
Whatever.
5'6". Okay.
Don't tear me down, guys. It's whatever. And so, I meet up with her, and, we go through the ceremony, like, rehearsal the first time, and, it was fine. And then, like, the second time around, we're, like, lining up for the second run through, and, I decided, hey, maybe I should, like, joke with this girl, like, she's, like, maybe kind of cute, but, we're, like, paired up, and I'm like, okay, so, like, we're going to go up to, like, in front of the baptismal font, and then I'm going to do finger guns. And, we're going to look really cool in our pictures and all this stuff. And she's like,
Because, finger guns really cool. Those
Yeah,
are
yeah,
two things that are in the same sentence.
yeah,
a lot.
finger guns are always super cool. But I was like, so, like, I'm going to do finger guns. And she's like, can you please be serious for this? Just save it for the rehearsal. And I was like, okay, this chick sucks, like, obviously, 'cause she just wanted to do finger guns.
I mean,
And
How are finger guns like what if you were a person that like you thought finger guns were serious?
I wasn't
You're like, hey
I-
buddy, like Clint Eastwood type shit. Like I'm like, what?
what if
Watch
she was
out!
like, please
Watch
take
your
this
shit.
seriously? And you're like, do you think I play around when
You
it
think
comes
this is
to
a
finger
fucking
guns?
game?
I
I've never been more serious in my life.
I
We're in a
wasn't
church.
actually
Mexican
gonna.
standoff. bang, 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 bang.
I wasn't actually gonna do them, but I was just like, trying to joke with her.
Yeah.
But she was like, "Can you please be serious? Just save it for the rehearsal." And I was like, "Okay, this chick sucks." And so then, like, through the second rehearsal go around, I proceeded to mess everything else up on purpose just to fuck with her. Cause so you walk in, stand in front of the baptismal font, turn right for pictures, then left for pictures. And so we walk up, and I'm like, okay, left for pictures, right for pictures. And then you walk up to the front, and then you're supposed to bow in front of the giant crucifix. And I just didn't bow. And
Disrespect.
and she was just like bow, and I was like, okay, whatever, stop quoting rap songs.
Can I quick interrupt real quick? So when I was in middle school, my brothers and I, we were altar servers.
Yeah.
So we were altar serving, but we're also doing taekwondo. And so when you do taekwondo, you do one type of bow where you kind of slap your legs and you bend from the hip. You do that.
Yeah.
And when you altar serve, you have your hands crossed and shit. It's my brothers would they would get confused when we were altar serving, and they would do the taekwondo bow in front of the fucking Jesus. Okay, we're getting mixed up.
But so she was like, so this chick was like, bow, bow. And I was like, okay, stop quoting rap songs. And I just went to walk over to my my pew, and you're supposed to walk over to your place in the pews and stand. And I just walked over there and just sat down. And I look at her across the way, and she's gesturing for me to stand up. And I was like, oh dang it, dude, I totally messed up. And she shook her head at me judgmentally. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna fuck with this girl so much. It's gonna be great. And so the next day, I didn't see her until the next day, at the actual lineup for the ceremony. And so we line up for the ceremony. And I'm like, so where are we at for the finger guns? And she was like, no, seriously, please don't. My parents are here. And I was like, I don't give a shit. So are we doing finger guns or not?
Is that a yes or no?
And but obviously I took the ceremony seriously because I care about my friend and him getting married and the seriousness of all that stuff. But then after the ceremony, we all get in the party bus and we go to the rehearsal, and we're lined up to go into the rehearsal, and we were behind another couple, and obviously when you go into the rehearsal area, you're supposed to do something fun, something funny, and the people in front of us were trying to figure out what they were gonna do, and someone behind us was like, oh, Chris and Sarah, you guys are a couple, you should make out, haha, that'd be so funny. And they were like, oh, we're not gonna do that. And so I turned to my bridesmaid and I was like, so are we gonna make out? And she's like, no, definitely not. I don't think my boyfriend would appreciate that. And in the most sarcastic voice I could muster up, I was just like, oh, bummer. And then long pause. So is that a definite no or what?
And they proceeded to make out the rest of the night.
Yeah, no, clearly. Now this chick sucked, dude. She was the shortest girl, but she somehow had the biggest stick up her ass. I couldn't get her to laugh, dude. It was terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was bullshit.
I don't understand how those kind of serious people exist.
Yo, the worst part was when we were taking bridal party pictures. We took we all took a bus out to this random field before the ceremony, and they lined us all up, and there was this barn that was overgrown with vines and stuff, and then in the other corner of the field there was a cemetery. And so I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. And I nudged her and I was like, hey, so what do you think the odds are that a ghost is gonna pop up in one of these bridal pictures? And she was like, none. And I was like, what? You don't believe in ghosts? And she's like, no, ghosts aren't real. And I just I was just like, this is fucking bullshit, and I like stepped away from her, and I stood at the bride. I was like, Maria, like, why the fuck did you pair me up with a girl that doesn't even believe in ghosts? This is bullshit. Like, what kind of reasonable human being like doesn't believe in ghosts? Like,
Just
I don't
like,
know, man.
all of them. But
Yeah,
whatever, dude.
Like,
Dude, it's 2016. How do you not believe in ghosts?
Yeah,
Like,
do you really believe in ghosts?
yes.
is that real? Like,
Yeah, ghosts.
Why?
Are real,
You're
dude.
kidding.
No.
There's so much scientific evidence.
can you imagine the day like Ben's parents had to tell him that Santa wasn't real when he was like 16 years old? He was just waiting up Christmas morning. He's like, guys, what did Santa bring? And they're like, do you want to tell him? Like, no,
Sa-
you tell him.
Santa's not real, Ben. Okay, he's not real. It's like,
Tooth Fairy, also not real.
Is-
I mean, I understand that stuff's all ridiculous.
is
but I
Santa
mean,
dead?
ghosts?
That's
Is
just already-
Santa a ghost?
That stuff's all ridiculous, but ghosts, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah. Ghosts are the real deal. Let me tell you what.
Paranormal activities must be.
Well,
must freak
okay,
you
I mean
out.
that's very like over dramatized, and you know,
What? So what's like a real ghost like then?
Yeah.
It just shows up in pictures and like
They-
it like.
they-
What's your experience with ghosts?
they wear like a Civil War uniform,
Okay.
and you know
These are the ones you've seen before?
they're super racist because obviously racists can't get into heaven.
Okay. That's reasonable.
So we're like, someone told me this, and apparently people are like super proud of this fact. That like Maryland was south of the Mason-Dixon line.
It's true.
So
Technically.
should I be seeing some of those around here or
Not really.
Maybe.
some ghosts?
I mean, they are real.
Ghosts.
I mean, you'll see none because
They're not
they don't
real.
exist. So
All right, you guys need to stop being haters.
Ghosts aren't real.
Mm.
Hashtag 2016 or
it's
whatever.
2016. Ghosts aren't real, Ben.
Whatever.
It's okay. One day you'll realize that you're wrong.
Look, I just feel like not everybody has to go to a certain place when they die.
I mean, I don't disagree.
I actually watched Beethoven's Fifth when I was younger, and it was all about that. It was all about like, ooh, the town is haunted by spoopy ghosts, and ooh, and like at the end, it turned out to be like just like someone had a really fancy projector. Yeah, like a screen set up in the right
Oh,
spot.
so it was like
the
some
right angle.
Scooby Doo bullshit. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Whatever.
but like there was a line like, "Whoa, sometimes spirits get stuck between worlds," and like for a while that like kind of like bothered me. Like I would like go to bed like, "Oh, there might be ghosts here," because sometimes spirits get stuck between worlds. I also have egg rolls if you want an egg roll. Not to you people listening, you can't have the egg rolls because this is in the the past. The egg rolls are gone, but
Time travel is real.
if y'all want egg rolls, they're there.
Yeah,
How's that
Ben's-
taquito
Ben's
treating you?
down.
It's not a corpus taquito.
Definitely not. It's like
Um,
Velveeta cheese and like I don't know what kind of bread this is.
Is that what Corpus is known for? The taquitos.
It's
all
like
the-
Velveeta cheese,
All the Mexican food.
Okay.
cubed
that would make
chicken, and some sort of flour.
All right, Ryan. Tell us something interesting about yourself that the audience might not know.
I mean, the only interesting thing we went over was my really boring hobby.
That's
We
bullshit.
both share.
Well, no, you have a
So-
pretty cool, you have a pretty cool job. I mean,
Work at a doctor's office and check patients in.
Do you ever see any like really fucked up shit?
yeah, exactly.
No, I just meet I deal with a lot of assholes, but
That's pretty. That's fucked up shit. Like
yeah, I guess.
Yeah, come on, tell us about that.
psychologically.
People that just come there all the time because they're obviously always sick, and they're just either dicks or really weird or just
Or
really
hypochondriacs.
annoying. Yeah. Some of them are nice though. They always think they're sick.
My dad's
It's
like
definitely
that.
interesting.
My dad, I didn't have a microwave in my house when I was younger for a couple years because my dad thought it was giving us all cancer.
Oh, okay.
So he took it and he threw it out on the curb. And my brother, who was actually living with our neighbor next door, in a little, that sounds fucking weird, like a little guest house apartment.
Okay.
He brought it back and put it in his apartment. So
Nice.
we would go to microwave all our shit next door. And we would all get cancer. So yeah.
To this day, just
I
straight
guess,
cancer.
I guess my dad's gonna have the last laugh. You're gonna get cancer. What's something I should do now that I've been in Maryland for 2 weeks?
Did you eat crabs yet?
I've not had
Crabs
any
are great.
crab. Is it?
It's not
I
really
heard-
crab season.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like everyone.
Yeah.
I heard at a comedy open mic. First of all, some dude was making a joke about like, oh yeah, crab season's over. Blah, 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 blah. Eastern Shore. There's probably one fucking crab that's like chewing Copenhagen and smoking cigarettes. Like, give me some change, buddy. Blah, blah.
That's actually pretty funny. You don't think it's funny?
It's kind of medium on that.
Yeah, whatever. I
You
mean,
can definitely get crabs any time of the year. It's just not the season for it.
Okay.
you gotta wait until the summer, and then just hook up with like a random rich white family, and they'll just have like literally boxes full of crabs, and like that's such a weird unit for food. But they'll just take like a bunch of picnic tables, line them up, cover them in parchment paper, and then just like take boxes of crabs and just dump them out over it, and then there's just like random potatoes and carrots mixed in, a fuck ton of Old Bay.
I feel like people are getting upset that I'm not like queuing into like pubic lice jokes, but like let's just be mature about that.
Okay.
But
Keep
what
going with
interesting
this.
thing is, I don't think most people realize that Maryland crabs actually just suck. Like they're just like super small, like
They
really
are.
hard to get meat out of.
You like
And-
cut yourself getting more
Yeah,
meat
it's
out
like
of it.
30 minutes of work and you get like 2 bites of crab meat. It's like really bad.
It's true.
Do they really like scream when you boil them? Have y'all experienced that?
Never boiled crab.
Never.
Yeah, I've never actually done it myself.
That's what I've heard. That like they scream and like one time my aunt actually in Corpus Christi, we have Corpus Christi Lake, and then there's a river by Lamar Park. If you ever go by there, you'll probably pass there when you come back from through Houston. You can actually get crabs there, but like they're like really skinny. One time we got some crabs and like they were already like pretty much dead. We
Jeez.
boiled them.
Interesting. Great story. Mark.
Interesting.
Thank you.
I'm just giving you information, but it just so happens to be on the podcast.
I appreciated it.
And people are like, shut the fuck up. So
I mean, you just gotta
we should just make it a crab park podcast,
yeah, you need to like
Speaking of crab-
you need to date like a super basic white girl from Maryland,
okay.
and then like hook up with her rich family, and then
You can probably meet her at Starbucks if you just kind of hang around there
Yeah.
for a while.
or just like go downtown Annapolis, and then like on Big Beer Wednesday over the summer, because that's where the couple met that got married this weekend, because obviously that's a super like that's a really stellar way.
That's
I'm not gonna-
romantic.
Like an intimate
Never mind, I can't talk
like,
shit about that.
experience.
You know what, they met
I'll
a
talk shit about them. What the fuck? You meeting alcoholics?
Yeah.
They meeting
met-
at Big Beer Wednesday? I'll talk shit. It's okay. You don't just relax. Just relax.
They met at Big Beer Wednesday at McGarvey's, and you know what? That's like-
McGarvey's. What kind of fucking name is that? You little piece
mean-
of shit. This is a Scottish name. What the fuck?
I mean, you know what? It's a trashy bar. It's a trashy event. But you know what? Sometimes,
What kind of precedent does that set for your
Sometimes
marriage?
love
Is this
blossoms at these.
Is
Yeah,
this a
so-
love that's gonna last forever? I don't think so. What?
sometimes you find a diamond in the rough, man. It's not our place to judge.
That's not it. It's not gonna be at McGarvey's on Beer Wednesdays in Annapolis.
Hey, man, you
What are
don't fucking
talking
know
about?
that. You've never been. You piece of shit.
True. I mean,
You
I've
judgmental
never been.
asshole.
I'm so sorry.
what if it's just like a really nice bar?
Yeah, Ryan's gonna go to Big Beer Wednesday. Meet his wife there.
My
so-
best of wishes to the happy couple.
Thank you.
And your shitty bridesmaid friends. I'm
you can-
sure they're great people.
You can
so
come to the wedding after we meet.
Can I be in? Can I be in the
In
party?
the wedding? Okay, no, that's you're
Oh
asking a lot.
fuck. Okay.
I'm gonna be in the wedding there, right?
Obviously.
Okay,
I mean,
sweet.
to be fair, I met you like
Oh,
5
today?
hours ago.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so you can be there. I mean, that's
Oh, cool.
that's pretty good.
That's pretty. Yeah. That's,
All right, so Ryan, walk us through your ideal like wedding scenario, and like how how do you picture how do you picture yourself meeting like the special lady?
are we teenage girls? Is that what's going on here? Or
how am I meeting my
yeah,
future wife?
Yeah, how are you meeting your future wife?
I'm hoping one day I just like I'm at a 7-Eleven and I just like some girl's like, hey, do you have an extra $1? And I'm just like, yeah, do you want to go out sometime? And then we just we go from there,
Really? What happens after that? Like, how do
Then
you
we get married.
but like, how do you know she's the one? Like, obviously, like she's not gonna ask you for $1, and you're gonna be like, yeah, she's the one.
No, you
but-
just look in her eyes and you're just like, that's her.
Yeah.
That's her right there.
I mean, that's kind of beautiful.
Yeah, see.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be a great story?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't think you could like tell it exactly like that, but
I mean,
No,
that's exactly how.
that's
it
pretty
sounds, so
solid.
if that's where to happen,
She asked me for $1, and I looked in her eyes. I was like,
I'm gonna give you way more than $1.
Yep. Romance of the century. All right. I like that. Man.
That's actually a good story. That's actually a great line.
I wish it was real, but
That
you
is
know.
sweet
I'm going to give you more than a
and
dollar.
simple, poetic.
Yeah, just should write a book.
Dude, that's like so fucking last weekend at the GP when I was talking to Gabby Sports.
Oh, your future wife,
Yeah.
who's already currently married.
Well,
but
who cares?
That's beside the point.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, minor detail. I was talking to her and she like signed my Mystic Snake or whatever, and she was like, "Oh, like how's today going for you?"
Signed his Mystic Snake. Just if you don't know
Got
what that
it.
means, you should know what that means.
She was like, "How's today going for you?" And I was like, "Oh, it's going pretty well. You know, I finally made it to day 2 of a GP, so it's kind of a big day for me."
Is she from Minnesota?
No.
Okay, because that's. Do y'all say that like, "Oh, how's the day going for you?"
Well, whatever. But she was like, "Oh, that's great for you. Like, good job. Like, that's a big step for you. Like, congratulations."
Never met him before, but
Yeah.
it's a big step.
But yeah, I mean, it is. Like, that's a big step for any player.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm just
But
messing with you.
but she was like, yeah, like, good luck tomorrow, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow. And I was like, yeah, thanks. Like, that's awesome. Like, I really appreciate it. Blah blah. Walked away. Turned around, and my roommate was like, dude, you missed like the perfect chance for like a great line. And I was like, what was that? And he was like, when she said, good luck tomorrow, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow, you should have said, well, what about seeing you tonight? And I was like, damn it.
I'm
All
sure that
right.
would have went really well.
Yeah, it would have went
Yeah.
really well, obviously.
Maybe her and her husband are swingers. You know.
Mhm.
You never.
Well,
know.
you know what? I don't want that. Like,
You don't want that?
No, I want us to get married.
Oh, okay.
Clearly. Because that's reasonable, right?
What if they just had an open relationship? Would you like join in? I mean, would you like?
What if he was a? I believe that the term is a cuck.
No,
You know,
no.
he wanted to, want to see a nice virile male. Take charge and give his wife what she needed, what she
All right,
wanted,
this is getting
what she desired.
way weirder.
But what if
like,
they were having?
no.
What if they have an open relationship and she was like,
Or
we
that.
can't get married, but like we can, like go on dates and stuff. Would would
You know,
do that?
it's not the same, man. It's just this like idea that I have in my head, and it's obviously not realistic and reasonable whatsoever.
I like the open
Yeah.
marriage thing though, because like, what if like her husband had like better health insurance than Ben has?
True.
I'm
It's
pretty
like,
sure that's impossible.
Yeah, I mean, you have it from like the Navy, right? So.
Well, all right. We don't talk about that on the
No.
podcast. No, it's fine. Whatever. Who cares?
what if he is the, Surgeon
from
General?
Well, he has the Navy insurance from his father, who was in the Navy, not
Yeah,
himself.
clearly. Yeah.
Or Navy, Army, Federal Credit Union,
Mm-hmm.
Community Credit Union.
Nice jacket. Just
Whatever.
oh, sorry.
What if he has better life insurance?
Handy Andy.
We'll just
Handy
cue in right now. I'll cue in here and be like, oh, what if he has better life insurance, and that's why the open marriage thing and
So
Well-
why couldn't Andy Abode be on the podcast today?
yeah. Why can't we have him as a special guest?
Andy's been super busy being a very successful and very funny comedian.
Not when I met him. He was tanking pretty hard. He was eating dicks a lot on stage. So. I mean, when he was my co-host on the podcast, I was like, dude, you gotta talk about Magic Gathering a shitload lot less, because I don't know if our audience likes that.
Yeah, they probably fucking hate it,
Just like,
dude.
you just have followers that are Magic players.
I hope not,
This Magic podcast.
because they are learning literal like nothing. Like,
So, well, like on YouTube, our episode that was titled "Gathering of Magic
conceptions.
Conceptions" was like it's like the highest viewed one.
Yeah,
Did people
search up
comment on
Magic
it
stuff.
though?
I don't think anyone
Yeah, they're just like, oh, this is not a Magic podcast. I'm out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably that.
Well, like, because we just talked about like how, like why I played and like how I play it, and like
Yeah.
how it's
that
affected
was
my
good,
life and
yeah.
shit like that. Whatever.
I still don't understand it at all.
What do you mean you don't understand it?
Like I don't understand the appeal.
The appeal? It's just, I think you'd have to play it to understand it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like something that you can like totally throw yourself into. It's like
just-
a super like immersive hobby.
It is by far the greatest game I've ever played in my life.
Really?
Yeah, not
It's
close.
like
It just has so much depth and
across all
just-
platforms.
Yep. I used to play a lot of video games, but just
Yeah.
I kind of stopped playing them.
Like
It's
nothing compares to Magic.
just not even close.
I feel like that's something I don't need in my life. Then
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you for not wanting it because it would definitely swallow up your life.
Yeah,
not like
exactly.
not necessarily in a bad way, but like you'll want to spend a lot of time playing it because it's so much fun.
damn.
So
Yeah, it really is. It's just something that you spend so much time doing, and you don't like realize how much you want to get better at it,
Yeah.
and
I
like
mean, if
how
you
much
have-
time you want to spend on it.
if you have self control, you can obviously play it and still have a social life with people. But
I definitely like having things I can like get obsessive about and be like, oh, like especially like learning about shit. Like that's the
Yeah,
best part
yeah.
for me. Like, oh, I get into fucking.
there's basically a never ending like pool of information to learn from the game.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's people write articles and there's new ones every day, and there's like on different topics.
literal
insane.
books have been written
Yeah.
about like casting certain cards.
Wasn't it? It was made by like, which president's great grandson? I want to say it was
Richard
like
Garfield was the
Garfield.
creator.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the dude that could like he could write in like fucking like curse in the fucking Greek and Latin at the same time, right?
I don't know much
I think it was Garfield.
information about him.
Is he? I'm like presidential historian facts now.
Yeah, I know a lot about the game, not necessarily how it was created or anything about the guy that created it. That's not my expertise.
I just know that the game was published on my like the exact same day I was born.
Wow, that's fate if I've ever
Yeah,
heard it.
yeah.
Well.
You know, you'd think I'd be better at the game, but I'm not.
It's also weird. It's older than I am. so-
Can we get like an Amazon like suggestions like if you like this, then you might also like Magic the Gathering.
If you like breathing and living.
Yeah, there you go.
Really?
No, if you like, a lot of people say it's like a poker mixed with chess.
Yeah,
so it's
that-
like a chess game with variants involved, pretty
Yeah.
much.
I'd buy that. Well, yeah. So, you know, obviously, so like you understand like how chess works, right? So like the
Like
best-
I watched y'all play for fucking like 2 hours today, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I just watched like, oh, let me just put this card this way and that one this way and
Yeah.
let me put like a character into like some houses and like another character this way.
I have Monopoly on the
Well,
on the board.
No, the whole thing
Yeah.
is like
Free
like-
parking. Fuck yeah. Oh, boardwalk.
Like we've played with each other enough to like kind of know like how we're both gonna play.
It's also weird watching from the outside two people that like know what they're doing because they're just like there's so many little things that they're like acknowledging without saying anything. If that makes sense.
Well, also you gotta understand that like me, like if I was playing that deck against like any other Grixis Delver player, I would play it radically different. Like
Sure.
because like you know like I know you very well, and I would be able to like read you like I can read you better than any other
Yeah.
like Grixis Delver I would like Delver player I would play against. Like a lot of times today, like I tried to play around Mana League.
Yeah, but
and,
then I
like,
just played circles around you, so it's okay.
Okay. Well, you need to calm down. That's not true at all. Obviously, well, you know,
I'm not getting into any specifics, but
but
you definitely
like,
fell for some traps.
yeah, but like I kind of like
Ones that I can kind of say the same thing. Like ones that I know you'd fall into, so I like make them.
Yeah,
know that
exactly.
you'll fall
Yeah,
for
that's what I'm
them,
saying.
so-
So like like we know each other like well enough to like kind of play the game a little bit differently, but like
yeah.
obviously like I would have been like in the tank a lot more like playing against like
Yeah, you
another
you
Grixis
do
Delver
play
player.
methodically, is how I'll put it nicely.
Well, I mean, that's accurate. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like play like a fucking jackass. Like, I'm gonna
No, I
actually.
mean you
like-
just play it on the slower side of things.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because what? Like, do you play that fast against like every opponent?
Yeah, against most people.
Ah, god damn it.
Yeah, but it's also just kind of like I was saying from watching from the outside. Just there's so many little things that we're acknowledging that we don't like talk about, right?
You're right,
So like
yeah.
there's like so many different steps to the game that we just don't even talk about because like we just know what's going on at all times. So if someone watching, it's just like what
It's
are they
super
doing?
cool. It's like dancing, but with cardboard. Yeah.
I mean, that's not how I would put it, but
It's
how Ben put it,
It's a way to
so.
put it.
That sounds very sad, very creepy, like a dude with a
Alright.
like a cutout that he got from like a store that was closing down of Angelina Jolie and like a
Says
Tomb
the guy
Raider,
who has no furniture in his
Tomb Raider outfit. It's like, oh, it's like dancing with cardboard.
next time we come in, there's gonna be an Angelina Jolie cut out in his corner.
A fucking big head over it right here.
Whatever.
Yeah, surprisingly, there's a lot less. Like people like to connect it to Dungeons and Dragons, but I disagree.
Yeah, it's not like that
It's
at
like
all.
way more about the gameplay than it is like this. I mean, some people play it for the story, but I think it's much less about it.
Yeah, it's definitely about like
Gold dragons and wizards, and I'm like, I don't really care about that kind of stuff.
yeah, it's about like trying to outsmart the person across from you. And
Like you
so
said, chess and
So yeah, it's like chess in that sense, but it's also like poker in the sense that like each of you like draws like certain cards, and based on those cards, like
Yeah.
one of you is lucky, one of you
and
is
there's
not.
there's always variance for sure.
Yeah, there's variance, a lot of variance. So,
Sweet.
If I were playing, I would just bring a gun, and if my opponent were smart, they'd bring like a bulletproof vest.
Is this a shootout or are we
But-
playing Magic? I don't.
We're doing both.
Okay.
And if they're smart enough, they would outsmart me. But we're wearing a bulletproof vest, and like go to reach across the table, bang, and then they would take my revolver, and they would shoot me in the face.
That'd be-
I've been watching a lot of Westworld lately.
I
But,
only saw the first 2 or 3 episodes. And just kind
yeah,
of
what's that show about?
It's
Like,
not nearly as good as like I feel like people are making it out to.
I
It's
agree.
it's Jurassic Park with defective Terminator robots.
yeah. Not. I mean, they're not
What?
all defective.
They're not all defective, but it's
I mean,
pretty much, it's Jurassic Park with defective robots.
It's very interesting. I think people definitely are like obsessed with it, and I don't really get it.
So-
I think it's a good show. It's like definitely interesting and a lot of stuff going on, but
So okay, let me get this straight. So there's like people versus
okay. So let me.
dinosaurs
Let me give you, like,
and
the-
robots at
No.
the same time.
So it's like they have this park. It's like Jurassic, Jurassic Park. How they had that park where you
Yeah,
could
I,
come and like.
I
meet dinosaurs.
understand like the concept of that movie.
So it's that same thing. Just instead of dinosaurs, you're just living in the Old West, like the Wild West.
okay.
And so you just live there, like and all these robots look like real people. You can't really tell the difference.
Okay, that's
So
interesting.
you just kind of live in like old Wild West, and like we don't really know what year this is set, but it's obviously in the future. So
it's wild because there's robot people.
well, I'm just saying wild. I'm just like how people would think of the Wild
right.
West. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I understand.
Yeah.
It's like
And then like you're like trying to like be in shootouts and like bang strippers or
Yeah.
prostitutes.
It's like
and
you're
get
playing, like-
drunk.
Clapper girls. Yeah,
yeah, it's like you're
whatever.
playing like Red Dead Redemption,
exactly.
but like in real life.
Yeah.
Sure.
If you've ever played that,
But you can't they can't get hurt. You can't get hurt while you're there. Like you can't be shot, but you can shoot all the robots all you want. You can like
Yeah.
kill people.
it's kind of
Oh,
like
shit.
I feel like it's
But
kind of
they're
like
not
riding
people,
this
they're
wave
robots.
of like VR is like starting to become like really big and popular.
Yeah.
So
You know,
like let's get into that while it's like in the public
Have you guys
conscience. and all
tried
that.
VR? I've literally never done it before.
I
so,
haven't either, but
I haven't.
Yeah.
well,
I feel like it's all people talk about. I've just never done it. I like see commercials all the time, and
I'm
not trying to buy one,
I've done
but
like
it's just-
the very early stages of it, but it was just like like a full helmet type thing, and it just like felt like a very like artificial thing. It was just like, oh, like instead of just like looking at a TV while I'm playing a video game, I just like have a helmet on me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shit
But it's
like that,
different now. It's
but-
like all just like a mask, or not really a mask. It's like these things you put over your
Yeah,
eye.
so it's literally just like sunglasses you
Yeah.
like, or like like a ski
Goggles. or some shit,
you put on, yeah, and then you just
I don't really want
do
to
that
buy
shit.
one, but I definitely want
Yeah.
to try watching VR porn. At
I
some
would
point,
go
you
to
know?
like a.
Yeah. Okay.
I was,
At
I was
least you're
about to say
honest
like
about
I would
it.
go to like an arcade to try it out.
Oh,
I don't
no,
know. If,
I'm going straight to porn.
Yeah, I mean, like at least he's honest because like that's what like
Are you
most
saying you
dudes
don't want to
interested
try
in.
looking at VR porn? I'm not saying it would be a regular thing, but I want to see what it's like.
but then there's
Yeah.
like a bunch of like accessories and shit that you're gonna need for the VR porn. Like you're gonna need
Yeah,
a
I guess.
fleshlight and.
Yeah, I mean, she's just
You can't just try that out
It's just
though.
a
Like
POV.
Yeah,
you have to make like a financial commitment to like, okay, I need like
True.
$1,000 for the VR plus.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
$100.
I wouldn't buy the VR for that reason, but if like we got to the point where everyone has a VR, like that's definitely something I would want to try.
Yeah, I mean that's like definitely a hobby you have to buy into.
Hey man,
you know what I
know
mean?
you have VR. Can I try it out for?
Oh yeah, sure.
Reasons?
I need you to leave the room while I use your VR. Is that a fleshlight?
Don't worry
Who
about
can
it,
say?
dude.
It's a lightsaber. It's a lightsaber. Just has a weird hilt. It's okay. It's
No,
cool.
it's my thermos full of coffee. Whatever. Yeah, no, that's very strange. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't actually tried it. I hope it's not gonna like revolutionize like our society like anytime soon.
I feel like
but-
at this point I'm like hyped up on it. Like I feel like I'm gonna try and it's gonna be.
Dude, but like
this
how
is
like
cool, but-
how long is it gonna take before we combine like VR with like sensory deprivation chambers where you like have you ever been in one of those?
No.
Dude, fucking that
Blowing my
shit's
mind.
wild.
You've done one before?
No, I haven't, but that's
Well, what the fuck?
I didn't even know. I thought you were like the expert on sensory deprivation.
Dude, like sensory deprivation chambers and VR. Have you ever tried that?
No, dude, I like
Because me neither. We should do that sometime.
I've never
How about
done it.
next
I've never
week?
done it, but that shit's wild. I'll tell you what, the sensory deprivation
I'll
chambers.
tell you what.
You just you.
Whatever you fucking commercial for sensory deprivation chambers now. I tell you what, you just come down to Johnny's crazy sensory deprivation chambers live. We'll hook you up. 0% financing. Ooh, I tell you what.
Yeah, his sister filled the tub with goddamn salt water and hooked up some goddamn black shower curtains. Turn off all the lights. You don't know where you are, buddy.
I tell you what.
Tell you what. Yeah, dude. I don't know. Just like the whole concept is like it's kind of freaky to me. Like I want to try it, but like at the same time I'm kind of apprehensive because they literally like fill this like capsule thing full of saline and you sit in it and it's just like blackout. Like it's soundproof and so you're just like sitting in saline, just kind of floating there, black, no sound, like. I'm pretty sure there's like no smell, like obviously no touch unless you touch the walls of the capsule or whatever. And like so I imagine that if you were in that kind of setting and you put on like a VR like headset, you could like really really get into that shit. And it like that's kind of scary. Like if you could like actually like throw yourself like into another world because you were like blocked off of all your like senses in the real world, like, and you like put yourself in like this alternate reality, where like I don't know, it's like so, it's like, dude, fucking the Japanese people have like made anime about this and it freaks me out, man.
I can definitely see that happening because like, have you ever played like fucking like Skyrim or like Call of Duty, like so many hours, like you go outside and like you interact with like regular people and you're like you go to like fucking to the grocery store and like you're buying bread, you're like, oh, you see like a press X above their head, right? Like
I've never done that.
no, you haven't like
I've
fucking
never like seen the press X, but I can understand like getting the feeling of like you're in like a NPC like interaction,
yeah.
Or like, I understand
I don't
that.
literally see like a press X above someone's head, but
Right, but like there's like the whole like
You feel like
the
you're in this,
Tetris
like-
thing where like you play enough Tetris and like see like everything in like Tetris patterns after that.
I haven't experienced that. I don't really play. I've never really played.
Oh, if you
Tetris,
play
so.
Tetris for like a couple hours straight in a row, you'd be like, oh, fucking like, if I put this shit here and then I fucking put this tetragon here, oh, it'll fit all perfectly like this. Look how neatly I set everything up. I
Yeah.
put the bowl over the
Yeah.
egg rolls and
It's like a
taquitos
Tetris game
and
all in one,
It's it's art, basically.
I always found Tetris kind of
Anyway, but with virtual reality, that shit's gonna be wild. I'm more interested in doing like a deprivation chamber type thing than I am doing virtual reality.
Well, yeah, I mean that sounds way more intense than like just putting on like a mask thing. And
Yeah, for sure. But I'm just saying like combining the two, like that whole concept kind of freaks me out, man. Like, even though I've done
Maybe you'll see,
neither of those things.
Maybe you'll see ghosts while you're there.
Yeah, maybe. Dude, no, they have fucking VR horror games. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? I would shit my pants.
But those ghosts aren't real.
Yeah.
You can see real
Those
ghosts
are
in real
those
life.
are actually not real ghosts, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know that going in.
Meh. But you don't know where they're coming from, so it's just like, you know.
Probably programmers, I would
I-
assume.
like-
I would assume programmers,
I mean,
and
it's a good guess, but I mean, we can't really tell.
they could be Civil War.
Yeah,
I'm just
you know,
saying, like, I don't want to live
activists.
with that kind of experience in my life, you know?
I guess.
Like, you know, I'm fine, like, feeling like the ghosts exist.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't want to, like, go through the experience of, like, ghosts, like,
Interacting
trying to
with them?
pop out and kill me, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, and then, like, you know, even though it's, like, in a fake, like, you know, virtual reality environment, I don't want to go through that and then, like, try and live my actual life thinking that, like, hey, maybe a ghost is going to pop out and try and kill me. No, fuck all that, dude. I don't want to deal with
Maybe
that.
with the ghost of like Abraham Lincoln's gonna come at you. You know,
It's not like Abraham Lincoln. It's just like, whatever.
I feel like-
7 years ago.
It's just like, you know, maybe someone like tore down like, you know, a Civil War house and then built this, you know, stupid apartment complex that Mark lives in.
I think-
And there was some dude here that like died in a fire in it, and like
Those
now
people would
he's
then
like
be dead, you know?
haunting the place.
I
They
think-
just live where dead people.
Dude, fucking all of America is built on like Native American like burial grounds. So like how are you gonna say that shit's not haunted?
I don't want to say all of it.
like
Like,
just like saying anywhere anyone has ever died is just haunted now.
Exactly. I mean,
So we're
it-
just
like
we're just surrounded by haunted.
well, I'm just
people.
saying, like, it could be, like, there's a possibility, like, you know, don't be so close-minded,
I
Ryan.
guess. It's 2016. Can't
What-
be
Yeah.
haunted.
what constitutes a burial ground though? Like one dude died there, because like in that case, like yeah, okay, all of the United States burial ground.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like the Native Americans had a pretty good grasp on things. I feel like they knew like, oh, let's make this area is designated like as, you know, sanctusant or whatever. Let's bury all our fucking warrior people here. And all our, you know, squaws here. I feel like I'm like very unqualified to talk about this. I'm gonna keep talking about it though. Grand Canyon, that place is holy, but like you don't really build houses there because like what do you find fucking?
I wish I
you
could
know?
live on the Green Canyon. That'd be kind of cool.
I'd like to have a house there. That'd be cool. But like, where am I gonna go to grocery store?
Just drive in a couple hours.
Where's the nearest Chipotle?
I mean, you're gonna have to live without that. That's
Do you have Costco there?
probably not. But
I'm obviously a Costco-aholic.
Yeah,
Walnuts,
clearly,
Costco.
with your,
the Kirkland signature light beer.
Pretty much
Yeah.
everything here is Costco and Walmart.
You know, there's like liquor stores where you can pick up alcohol, right?
Right, but you can't get 42
True.
beers for
You
like
can't get-
$30.
You can't get the beer that's just literally called light beer. That's the name of the beer.
Saddest label ever. It's just gray. It's gray, and you're like, oh fuck, that's really depressing.
It's not
Let's-
even in like a happy color.
They
Like,
wanted
you know
to-
what you're in for.
They wanted to save money on the packaging and on the fucking can by not using ink, and they're like, oh, no one's gonna buy that. Put some red on it. That's all they. Red has got to be like the cheapest ink color there is.
Probably.
Like they would have done blue because like blue's like really pleasing to eye
It's
apparently.
like below Natty Light, which is like the cheapest beer you can.
What is my life? What am I doing right now?
you're doing fine, Mark.
I don't have a kitchen table. I don't have a couch. I don't have a futon. I
You have a
don't have a mattress.
You have a TV though, so.
I have. Well, I brought that from Texas.
Wait, what are you sleeping on?
So I have. So this is pretty decent carpet, isn't it? It's not bad.
I mean, it's still carpet.
It's carpet. I have a area rug that I got from Big Lots. So that is folded in half. Hamburger or taco or hot dog style, if you prefer. Because it's hamburger style. And then on top of that, I have a yoga mat type thing. Then I have a sheepskin rug. And that's pretty much it. I also have some like mattress covers that I have, but I don't use them because I move around too much. And then I have a blanket and a couple pillows, and that does me pretty well.
I think you need to like take a look through my garage and see if we have any extra stuff that we don't use because it just seems like a struggle here.
I'll go to the it was an REI. I was throwing extra E's in there. I'll
No,
get a
that's
sleeping
right.
bag or
That's the
something.
outdoor store.
I'll get a sleeping bag and a tent if I need to.
Maybe Costco just has everything you need.
They have a memory foam mattress topper that I've been eyeing.
How much are mattresses? They can't be that expensive, right?
They're not that I could afford it, but I just don't. I'm like, ugh.
Like, I mean, I feel like that's bare minimum. It's just having a mattress
It's
on
like
the ground.
it's the Judaism in my blood that's like, ugh.
Spend money.
Listen,
You're
what?
not even Jewish. You just look Jewish.
I have the heritage.
You do
You're just
not.
like, oh, I
I
have to
know
spend
that
money,
for a
like-
fact.
I do.
Useless item.
Dude, my
that
dad's
you
from
use
Poland.
Every day of your life.
A mattress?
Yeah.
That's probably like the most important thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I would think so.
Like I sleep on it like 8 hours at least.
8 hours of every single day, give or take. You would use it.
I mean, more than I use my car.
Yeah,
So
quite literally. More than you use this TV.
Yeah,
yeah, more. Yeah.
you should at least buy a mattress, and then like I'm just gonna like paint some pictures and then like mail them to you.
Yeah.
Please,
And then-
please don't paint the like. You're allowed to like paint on pictures that already been made, but like very, very, very.
No,
Very
I'm just
minor.
I'm gonna paint you stuff, and I'm gonna mail it to you, and you're gonna hang it up here. In your
I
apartment.
will not put it on my wall.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, "Thanks, Ben." in
what?
the trash."
How long have? How long have you been painting?
Since I was like,
Couple days.
6 years old.
Are you? I haven't seen your paintings.
Me neither.
Yeah, exactly.
And so the artwork I have seen that he has hung up is artwork he has acquired from a trailer park garage sale of an elephant family,
That's amazing.
a lion, and I want to say like a caribou. That's not
Actually
right.
sounds pretty
A
sweet.
tiger.
So
A
you're saying-
tiger. Wait. An elephant, a lion, and a tiger.
Yes.
Mm,
And they are all in matching Jaguar print wooden frames.
you know what's funny?
It's actually
So-
pretty dope. I'm not gonna
I was
lie.
actually listening back to our all.
It was $5 for.
It's
all
pretty
three.
cool. I was
I
listening.
just giving him 10 just for like, thank you for this
Yeah.
wonderful gift.
I was actually listening back to our podcast, and you talked about going to that garage sale. I was like, "Oh, I went to this garage sale today. I bought this fucking lion, this tiger, and this elephant. It's a family of elephants. Blah blah blah." And I got this garage sale. It was like $5. And then, like 3 podcasts later, we did a podcast with Rich, and I was like, "Oh, what the fuck is this shit back here?" And I didn't remember it. Like I listened back to it, I was like, "Oh,
That was that.
bump bump bump."
All
Yep.
comes full circle. Now
Full
this
circle.
podcast that we're currently in, you realized the connection,
Yeah.
and it all comes.
We
back.
always get like way too meta with this bullshit.
But the
so-
way that they're published, this podcast will follow the last podcast we talked about it, and people will be tired of this bullshit.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we should probably start talking
So
about
They're gonna be like, all right, we fucking get it. He's got a lion, a tiger, and some fucking souped
it.
elephants.
Bears, oh my. So
Yeah.
this painting thing, you've never shown either of us any of your paintings, but you've been painting since you were a kid.
Yeah.
where are these paintings?
It's just,
How have
you know,
you
at my
just
place.
never showed either of us these
What's
paintings?
what's your favorite medium
Just watercolor.
watercolor
Yeah.
on canvas? Are we
Yeah.
talking?
Anything really, like canvas.
Could you make me a mural behind you? I would like to incorporate. So this
I don't
this
think
fire
that would-
alarm I have right here. It's red.
Right.
It's a little bit offset. I would like a Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer right here.
I don't think that would
Or
go.
just like a holiday mural of just like every big
Yeah,
holiday.
yeah. Just come up every time we have a wedding every year. You just make me a mural.
I mean,
You just
sure.
move back here.
I'll throw out my deposit for that.
Sounds good, man. I'll do it.
Just paint over it when you're gonna leave. So
Yeah, I'll do it.
watercolor, but it has to be with watercolor.
Watercolor.
Well, I mean, like
No pastels.
I messed around with like pastels and like oil paintings stuff like that, but
You didn't say that earlier, so I don't believe you now.
I don't know. I just like watercolors.
I don't want
It's
any
the best.
ghosts on my wall.
Well,
I'll add that.
You're out of luck, dude.
I mean, you can sneak them in there as
Well,
long as I
according to
don't
Ben,
notice.
There's just like hundreds of ghosts in this.
We might be
room, so-
surrounded by ghosts right now. They might be all
Yeah,
trying to chime in.
not a lot of people know this, but like at any given moment, the average person is covered at least by like 6 ghost dicks. So
Not. I like how we started this off with not many people know this. Does anyone know that?
It's a very esoteric fact.
There's
I mean,
more than him that is like aware of that fact.
it's a fact, but not many people are aware.
But not many. Not many people know.
I mean-
more than 0 people is surprising to me.
Apparently, less than 1% of the the world's population has a college education, or something like that, right?
Well, you know,
So even among the college educated, would you say 1% of that 1% knows?
Yeah, I mean he's college educated and knows. So.
less than that.
Less
I mean,
than that. Wow.
not
So
a-
like
not
an
a lot-
infinitesimal amount of people
Dude,
know.
I'm saying like seriously, not a lot of people know that.
Okay.
Does that excite you?
Wait. Are we like clicked
So
into
you get
like
excited about a bunch of ghost sticks in your face?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, they could be just like doing whatever, man, and they're just ghosts, and like we don't know.
where do these ghost sticks tend to aggregate around? Like what area of your body? Because if if they wait, so are they I have
They're
so many
like-
questions.
they're-
Just infinite question.
I have more questions than answers at this point.
They're really attractive, like super Jewy faces. So
Okay.
you're fucked, dude.
Is my face
Literally-
Jewy? Is my
literally
face
fuck.
Jewy? Because I've been
Well, one, I think Jewy was like probably not the correct term to be using for what someone's face looks.
Yo, who cares?
they're ghosts, bro. They don't care. I mean,
I
this
don't
is
know,
hard
I don't
science,
say
but
it's
like,
Face
let's.
is Jewy. I feel like it's just a. It's like, I don't know. Just wouldn't
Well,
agree.
so the reason I ask is because I haven't done like my oh I look Jewish joke here yet.
You haven't?
I haven't tried it
Really?
yet.
Oh, is that like a thing?
But like, yeah, I do a joke about like I look Jewish, but like it never feels like a compliment. Like it never feels like they're saying you look rugged, like an Israeli commando. It always feels like they're saying you look like Moshe, the accounting intern with Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease.
It's really funny. It's good.
No, I just basically said it, and you didn't really laugh.
I know,
so.
but you didn't say it like how
And
you normally say
He
it.
also clearly was like giving me the.
Yeah.
I was giving you like the fucking like
The quick rundown.
version. But like every mic I've done, there's like been like a legitimate Jewish person there.
And they're just
So like I've always been like at the end like, oh, good thing I didn't try that joke out because they've been like, you don't look Jewish.
Your face isn't even Jewy, so.
Your face isn't. Your hair is, but like, your nose isn't even that big. So you didn't even have a bar mitzvah.
He does, doesn't he?
Do I? Here,
Do you have to have one? I think it's a little late for a bar mitzvah.
Jewy face was. I mean, that's what we're talking about. I'm giving you a good side profile.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Good. That really helps my self confidence.
I still think that's like a really funny joke. And you were like telling that joke when I met you, so I've always thought of you as like my Jewish looking friend.
I don't know if I was because you started. When did you start in Mesquite?
Like May. of this
May,
year.
really?
Yeah.
Fuck. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I guess
when
that's
did you
when I
move there
started.
again?
What?
When did you move there again?
April.
April. Okay.
Well, end of March, but like the last like weekend of March.
Yeah.
So.
When did you start doing comedy there? Did you like move there immediately? Like, where's the fucking comedy clubs? Or you're like,
I moved there and then it was like a week or so and then I was like, I'm gonna go try and do this open mic, and so it was like mid-April of this year. Got involved over there, and yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, like if you had been doing the joke, but like before that, or you
No.
had, like just started doing that, but like one of the first like jokes I remember hearing you doing was like, you know, the whole like, oh, I look Jewish, but it doesn't feel like a compliment joke.
I hadn't been doing that joke because I felt like it was like too obvious of a joke. Actually, like the whole like well, like the fucking like, oh, Moshe the accounting intern with Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, like, oh, a Jewish person named Moshe with that does accounting. That's like the fucking stereotype. But then like I was like, oh, I can maybe make it my own by throwing on the fucking this part that I remember from fucking 8th grade, Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, which is mad cow disease apparently. And I was like, oh, well, how can I also make this my own thing? Oh, I'll throw in the Israeli commando thing. But no, I don't think I'd
I
been
think
doing
I
that.
helped you with that part.
Probably not.
No, I think I did. Well, because that's when I was new and I was just like trying to like be friends with people, and I was like, dude, like you know, because like your tag was just like, you know, like everyone says I look Jewish, but like you know, it never feels like a compliment. And I was like, you know,
Nope. That joke was pretty much that way since the way I've been doing it.
well, maybe it was a different joke then that I like helped you out with, and I felt helpful.
I'm trying to
Never
think.
helpful.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No, I'm trying to think
I'm
of
just
the
saying,
joke now.
dude. Like I tried to.
I'm
help
trying to think
you.
with the joke.
No, I'm just
Credit
saying.
where credit's due.
I tried to help you because I liked you.
Ben's one of my good friends. So is Andy Abode,
Yeah, that guy's way better than me.
Yeah,
and
I
he's
agree.
he's a good friend.
Andy. I like to call
Definitely an influence on me. I mean, how could he not be?
Yeah, Andy Abode. Yeah, he was an influence on us all.
Both of them.
honestly.
I will give credit where credit's due.
Who knows?
Good friend. I'll make out with him later tonight. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
Just Andy though.
Yo, Andy's here.
Maybe a dick will pop out of nowhere and be like, "Oh shit, ghost! My
maybe
apartment's on
Ghost
it."
Dick might come. Ghost Dick's up in there. It's really just an orgy if you think about it.
Just a dick will pop out of Andy's
Really, if
pants.
you think about it, every time you have sex, it's an orgy because there's a bunch of ghost dicks around you.
Exactly. You know, they're like on you in some. You know,
So
shape
they're
or form.
on me, but they're not in me.
Right.
I mean, they could be. They just pass through you though.
Yeah.
So
So you don't really know. I don't know if that really counts.
I count it. You've been penetrated for sure.
I'm gonna ask the audience as well as you guys. Would you like any refreshments? Would you like anything? Would you like a little water? There's water. You know your cup there.
Yeah.
The communal cup.
The communal
As
scotch
it were.
cup is empty.
Would you like some water? Would you like some scotch? I have Kirkland's light beer with red outlining on it, accents. If you
No, I think I'm okay, but I
'Kay.
appreciate it.
cool. It's just a good host. Would you like a chair? I have a chair right
no,
here
I'm
that I
fine
don't
with
really
the,
need.
the pillow propped up against.
Would you like
the
to
wall.
wear one of my shoes? I feel like your foot size is probably bigger than mine.
I have shoes on. Right?
size shoe-
What size shoe do you wear?
9.
Okay, maybe they'll fit.
You
I
wear
think
9?
I think those are 9s.
Okay, well.
My left foot's like
You
a
guys have small
9.
feet.
My right foot's like an 8.5, which is weird, but
Yeah, that's kind of weird. You're supposed
What's
to have
that?
like really small feet.
they were like, yeah, I don't know what it is. I feel like I had like the Chinese foot binding thing going on when I was a little kid. Like my shoes didn't fit right, but like my
Mhm.
parents were like, go fuck yourself. Those are your shoes.
Yeah. Nice trying to grow your feet. Not happening.
Yeah, so
I have like 13 though, which is probably a little.
good news
too
is like my
much.
groin muscles are like super tight now from like walking around like that. So
Super tight.
that was like the whole Chinese foot binding thing, right?
Yeah, I mean that makes you like a good dancer too, right? That's how it
Can
works.
you dance?
I can't dance.
Okay, well-
I've never had proper instruction.
It's because
Maybe
you weren't.
with proper instruction, you'd be a really good dancer.
It's because you weren't like a member of the court in like Imperial China, so I guess you missed out
Should have been a geisha.
for sure.
It's like those
Well, that's
Japanese.
Japanese, you racist fuck. But
They're all
you know,
the same.
yeah, same thing,
the same.
quote unquote.
How did y'all like your dinner today? Was it good? Was that good
I
food?
enjoyed it, yeah.
Did you not like it?
It was decent. I mean, that's pretty good. I feel.
Yeah, it's
I would have
fine.
rather eaten a honey pig, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
honey pig would fuck. That would have
yeah.
been
They
bomb
just
as
like cooking
fuck.
in front of you.
Yeah, so like, yeah, Mark has to pee.
Again.
But we took Mark because apparently he's been complaining to me ever since he moved about not having good Chinese food, like he was ever getting it in Corpus Christi. But
It's like the Chinese food capital of the world, right?
yeah, clearly, yeah, for sure. Like Corpus
Like
Christi is
American
known for
Chinese
its,
food
its
capital of the
yeah
world.
Chinese food, whatever. But hung out with him today, and we were like trying to figure out like where to take him, and we wanted to take him to get like good Asian food at this place called Honey Pig, and Ryan, break it down for our audience.
Of why we couldn't eat a honey pig.
Well, of why Honey Pig is the bomb.
Oh, honey pigs are great. It's just this Korean barbecue. They just like cook it in front of you, and it's just all meat all the time. And then you just like they call it honey pig because it's just like the sauce you dip all the meat in. I don't really know what it consists of. I mean, it obviously has honey in it, but
Yeah, sure.
so you just like you have the pig and then you have the honey. And
Like
then
I've only been
we
there
have a honey
once, so
pig.
like I don't understand like the whole process like too much. Like for me, it was just like we were all like sat around this like circular
table,
like,
yeah.
but it was like a grill like
Yeah.
in the center,
Yeah,
like
and then they just like make it in front of you.
they
You
just
eat it.
they just like well,
I think
It-
they place it on the grill and then they flip it over. It's not like it doesn't really take a lot to make the food, but like the meat's just like cooked in front of you though.
but like I don't understand like how it's so good because it's just like they literally like you're sitting around like this grill that's like a circle, and they throw meat on top of it and they flip it over. They're like, oh yeah, you can eat it now.
Yeah, then you dip it in delicious honey sauce, and you just have this like obviously great meat in this delicious sauce, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, but how's that like a winning recipe? Because it just sounds like the laziest shit.
It's also just like the experience involved too.
oh man, it's wild.
It's definitely great.
I mean, it's
You have
super
to go there
great.
at some point. They used to be open 24 hours a day, which is insane to me.
Yeah, I don't understand
They-
how they
they
managed
close,
to
like-
do that.
Like on Tuesdays for like 5 hours or something to clean it. But I think they were like, maybe we don't get a lot of foot traffic at like 5 in the morning on
Yeah.
a Tuesday, so we should probably close.
I don't know. You guys got to take Mark sometime.
We can go right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
All right, podcast is over. This has been Educated Student Podcast. My name is Mark Joseph. This has been created and everybody Ryan.
Sponsored by
Sponsored by
Honey Pig Korean barbecue.
in Kirkland's Light
Kirkland's Light
Beer.
Beer.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just gonna fuck whatever.
No, but yeah, they're probably still open. They're open like all the time.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't know.
So we ended up eating at this like place literally across the street that was also
It was fine. It was good.
yeah, it was like
It was-
decent.
It was probably owned by like the cousins of the.
The outcast cousins of the Honey Pig.
Yeah, honest, probably.
It was like
Jesus.
definitely just like nothing amazing, but it wasn't like bad. It was just very
Yeah,
very
nothing
dec-
right. Nothing
very
right
decent.
home about.
Yeah,
It's just an
I like,
Asian
probably
restaurant.
wouldn't go there again. And it's like there's no other option, but that might sound like a bad thing, but it's definitely not.
But like, you wouldn't be mad if you had to eat
Yeah,
there.
if someone was like, "Hey, we're like meeting at this restaurant," I'd be like, "Oh, that's fine. Like that place is good."
"Yeah, the place is good."
But I'm not gonna go out of my way to eat there, you know.
Yeah, the weird thing was like fucking Ian was trying to take us to this place with sushi burritos.
Yeah,
That didn't work
like in the
out.
city.
So by sushi burrito, does you just mean like a long piece of sushi, probably? That you just like.
Yeah, it's just like, like a long thing of like rice and then like a lot of fish in the middle, and then it's just like instead of like wrapped in a tortilla, it's wrapped in seaweed, and you just like hold it like a fucking log of sushi and you eat it like a fucking miserable person.
They
Cool.
probably just like buy burritos from Taco Bell and then they just wrap the sushi in the middle of them.
Sure, yeah.
And
Yeah.
then that's what you got. Going.
No, but like by burrito, they just mean like, oh, this is the most common thing you have to relate to
Yeah,
it.
exactly. It's just like the shape of it, I would assume. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, maybe they just actually wrap it in tortilla. Who knows?
It's probably just like an unwrapped,
I mean, we've never.
or
had-
it's just like
uncut.
like an uncut roll of sushi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's that.
I'd have
so-
been down for that, but they're like, oh, cash only. Like, by the way, wait like 5 days.
Yeah, it's like cash only, and it's like fits 4 people, so you guys have to wait for everyone else to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like.
Whatever.
I mean, it looked really good, but maybe one day we'll go back.
Maybe.
Do they not get that many customers? Like, they have to be cash only and like launder money.
Also, like it was like a super small area, so like.
Oh. But like, they're probably laundering money.
Yeah, probably.
Crack money.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's like people aren't supposed to actually eat here. We just launder money. Go
Cash
away.
only. Like, no, you have to accept credit cards. It's the law. You have to accept it. Like, nope.
No, we refuse.
Cash
No,
only.
please.
Oh,
Money
fuck all
order?
that.
You got money order? We'll do that, but
There's like this Chinese place right in front of my work that I go to every once in a while. Like probably like at least once a week because it's delicious. She like
Okay.
hates when I bring, like when I use card.
Yeah.
Like the lady there just hates it. She's just like so mad. But like bringing cash, that's like the best thing ever. It's like, oh my god, you brought me cash. Like this is great. I guess because they like charge you on a credit card, but
yeah,
it can't be
like
that much of a difference where it like matters that much.
some places they're like, oh, here's a 10% discount for using cash.
Yeah.
Which is-
Like, are they charging 10% for using a card?
I
That would be insane, right?
doubt it. I'm sure it's like a fixed percentage or like
Yeah.
not percentage or like a fixed rate, like
I wish I got a
25%.
discount. If I could just get a discount for using cash, I would just carry way more cash on me all the time.
No,
I hate carrying cash around.
Where'd you get that hat?
Me? I bought it at the Van store when I bought these shoes because
Oh, wow.
this was like on sale.
Nice.
I definitely
Yeah.
noticed you're wearing little spiffed up kicks.
spiffy kicks.
You don't have your Adidas or your Vans shoes that look like they came off of a, Fukushima person.
Well, it's because I wore those Van shoes a few years ago when I was in that plane crash, and then
But like, why keep wearing them? Like, they looked pretty like fucked up.
I mean,
Do you have them? Do you have them like bronzed?
no,
Somewhere?
I probably should get them bronzed, but then you can't see the blood stains if you get them bronzed.
True.
You can like etch them in or something.
Yeah.
And
Get 'em engraved.
You know they're there though.
Mhm.
You know,
I guess,
in your head, you know they're there.
but I don't know if that's like the thing you get bronzed like from that situation. Like your shoes like don't matter. Like whatever. I don't know, but yeah, I bought these just because I liked them and I
Yeah.
wanted a new pair of shoes.
I would assume so.
Those suede.
Yep.
Look like suede.
Suede leather.
Blue
Yeah.
suede shoes.
And they
Fancy.
make me a little bit taller.
Do they really?
Probably about a whole inch.
You ever think
A
about
whole
getting
inch.
it's like in Korea and like places like that, like inserts in your shoes to make you like an inch taller?
Yeah.
Very popular.
But what if everyone's wearing them? Then it doesn't matter,
That's
right? It
it's
just kind of defeats the purpose.
very popular.
But let's just assume everyone has one.
But like the girls aren't wearing them, so like
Okay.
if you're a dude that's
Yeah.
not wearing them, you're like, oh, look at this fucking.
Because
Like,
if everyone's
these-
just wearing these 1 inch plus things on their shoe, then everyone's just in ratio the same height. It just doesn't make sense.
our buildings are just smaller now. This sucks. Why are we doing this?
Jeez. Yeah, I don't know, man. I like them. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, they look nice. Big fan of the van.
Yep.
I'm a fan of the Vans. Ugh.
I mean, vans are great.
Was this a van store with like a skate park inside, or was it just like a regular van
Is that
store?
a thing? There's like van stores with skate
Yeah.
parks in the van store.
Yeah, it is. Is
That's
that not a
amazing.
thing everywhere else?
Where's this?
The first van store I ever saw in Florida somewhere. I don't know where.
It sounds like a Florida thing.
They had it was like one of those big malls. Like I mean, y'all have the fucking Bass Pro Shop here, but like
Yeah, sadly.
it was like a fucking huge Bass Pro Shop and a van store. And connected to the van store was the Van skate park,
That's sweet.
and it was actually a pretty decent sized skate park.
That's like pretty dope. Actually.
Yeah, that's accurate. I think there's like another one in
Well, Van, you lived in
Atlanta at
I
some
mean,
point.
Ben, you lived in Florida. Like,
Right.
where did you go to the skate park?
Yeah, I think it's in like Tampa, maybe.
So you were there? You like went there?
No.
Oh.
But, whatever.
Tampa.
But I know, yeah, Vans does do that. So,
It's pretty sweet.
but
didn't even know that.
this was just like the lame one in Corpus.
Yeah, the local van
so-
store here in Maryland does not have a skate park attached to it.
No, I've been there.
So the
It was all right. I mean, it's better than the
mall
Zoomies.
Zoomies is like, I used to go there all the time when I was like 15 years old.
Then we got a fucking what are those skateboards there right now? Longboards. Then we got a fucking longboard.
Yeah, it's good. You should get a longboard.
120 bucks for a longboard. Well, I can bomb some hills.
Yeah, you should be doing that, man.
Longboards are sweet.
Yep.
But I've never had one, so I don't even know how I know that.
What about ripsticks? Those are sweet.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. 100%. Dude, yeah, like,
It's like the next VR ripsticks.
yeah, you could just like
Ripstick in your deprivation chamber with your VR headset. Find some ghosts. Go cruising after them on your hoverboard.
and you'll like 100% get laid. It's
Yeah.
Dude,
not
you'll-
even funny.
You'll get that puss.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
place is just gonna be.
Are you
fun.
aware that was our original name for the podcast?
No.
Oh yeah, I think I listened to that one where the guest was just like, "You should name it, get that puss." Or something,
Well,
right?
so originally when we're coming up for names with this,
That
I
was Mark's idea,
I was
and I-
vehement about naming this the Get That Puss podcast because that's like all
I
we
wasn't
do.
about it.
That's all we do on the reg.
I don't mean to be blunt, but like that would be a terrible podcast name. Just want to let you know.
What?
Thank
Get
you, Ryan.
that puss. Like that's not a real.
Thank
podcast
you,
name.
Ryan.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it would be a terrible name,
like,
Mark.
You can still
That's our lifestyle,
you,
sir.
You can still inform the audience that you're constantly getting the puss.
Hey, everybody.
But-
all
but
two of
we-
you on YouTube, apparently, because that's all we have left. We get that puss on the reg.
We definitely don't.
Bro, I don't even need furniture to get that puss.
Yeah, okay.
I probably do, actually. I should probably get
yeah,
some
you,
furniture.
you probably should get some fucking furniture.
Otherwise, people will be like, you are
Ben-
not
Ben really,
stable.
ben really just grabs him by the puss. He just kind of.
I definitely don't
Latches
do
on.
that.
Mm.
No, you don't.
It's a tricky maneuver. I feel
Yeah, don't do that. I
have a lot of-
don't do that.
a lot of tactile strength in your.
Mm-hmm.
Digits.
Yeah.
a lot of,
To
lot
kinda
of
just,
finger
like, come up and-
strength from like rock climbing or something.
Yeah.
You just like lift them up when you do that.
I mean, you could maybe. I don't know. I don't know how it works. 'Cause I've never done it.
Oh, sorry. I thought you.
Okay.
So
I thought you were an expert. Expertise.
Nope, definitely
was
not.
Grabbing puss.
I thought you were a resident
Puss grabber.
puss
Nope.
grabber.
definitely
Yeah.
not.
No, okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Isn't that like the best spot though? Like right there. Like look.
Yeah, this is
Like
actually
you have the
pretty
TV
good.
set up. You have the You just open your legs. You see that.
It
Get
doesn't
your
look-
fucking plate of nachos or whatever you're eating for dinner.
Maybe if you weren't like laying on the carpet, it would be super comfortable.
No, it is.
Like if you just had like I don't know anything there.
I mean, it's not like uncomfortable. So
I guess it's not uncomfortable. But it's also not comfortable. I'm just kind of in this like.
I mean, I'm perfectly fine right here, right now. Like I could watch TV like this, eating some
it's
nachos.
like lifting up, trying to look through his crotch.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going through the opportunity cost of owning furniture. Like, what could I be doing with that extra? I don't even know what furniture costs.
Extra
Money.
money. I mean, probably not nothing as important as
I could be
furniture.
making like 0.3% interest on it.
I mean, you should at least like buy a couch.
You,
Dude.
you need to buy like the essentials, you know.
I just want someone to like be moving out like a sweet old lady, like, oh, I'm dying, take my couch.
I mean,
Just go to Goodwill. It's like
Yeah, go to
doing that
Goodwill for sure.
without interacting with the
if
old.
you go to
like,
Goodwill, you'll find some.
But then,
some
how do I get
pieces.
it to my apartment?
You just carry it on your back from Goodwill to here.
Just be a man. Walk. 30 miles.
You
go
also
to Goodwill.
put stuff in your car.
Yeah, but like the couch isn't gonna fit in my car.
Yeah, well, clearly you're not trying to buy a couch, so I'm talking about like a table.
No, well, the table would fit in my car, but like that's
maybe like
one
a-
piece of furniture.
Well, if you're getting all this puss, like, what happens when they come over and they're just like, "What's this house that I'm in?"
I'm gonna be like, sorry, I already got your puss on lockdown because I'm so charming.
Yeah, you're not allowed to leave now.
They'd be like, whoa, your hair, it's different than other hair I've seen. Like, yeah, let me get in that now. So
Yeah.
that how y'all operate? So that,
and then like when they're over, you guys just lay on the carpet.
yeah.
It's
I
like
mean,
pretty romantic.
my animal magnetism will surely do the trick. So,
My animal magnetism will surely do the trick.
yep.
Is that like something you put in your bio? Animal
Hashtag
magnetism?
just Mark Joseph things.
Mm-hmm.
You should put that on like your. You have like I don't know if you have a Twitter, but that should be on your bio. Just like
I have Instagram. I'm on Insta, ladies.
animal
so-
magnetism. That should definitely be in the bio.
Put that on my Tinder ASAP.
And they're just, oh man, we're
Like,
swiping
oh,
right all
he's
day.
so right.
Animal magnetism, yes.
Give me all
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Give me all that in my puss.
I don't think you actually.
I'm
I think,
sorry, I'm
I think-
gonna apologize
I think you
right
should
now.
refrain from putting it on your Tinder bio because there might be too many people swiping right on you. You know,
I'm
Might
a busy
be,
guy.
might be really rough for you
yeah.
for a little
might be
bit.
like too many people to sift through. You know,
I'm a busy guy. Like I set aside a lot of time to be able to do this right now.
yeah.
So
That's
mean,
why we
look-
had it. That's why we had to do it at like 1 in the
look
morning.
at all
on a
these
Saturday.
outlets I have in my apartment. Clearly, I have a lot of like electrical products to be plugging in. Why do I have so many outlets in here? Please
I mean,
explain it to me.
I feel like that's not something that's like upsetting. Like I feel like
no, there's like way too many.
I guess I feel like you can never have too many outlets. You could definitely have too few.
Yeah, but there's like a certain like resource scarcity to like make some valuable.
Well, as long as you don't use.
How
all
many
of
do I
them.
have in here in this room?
8.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but you don't have to use all of them, right? They're just like strategically placed in case you were to need them in any situation.
I guess. Ben, how are you?
Yeah, I mean, like it gives you a lot more options for setting
Yeah.
up your furniture
Your
with your
furniture.
electronics. You know, all
My-
all around the apartment.
My furniture.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You know, like you could put like a desk with like a laptop and then some speakers.
It's just
over
set up for
here.
like normal people with like furniture and
And
stuff,
then like
so.
you know an entertainment center over here in the corner.
I'm kind of like really happy about this fireplace that's like probably never gonna get used.
The pilot light was on for like the first week I was here until I figured out how to turn it off. So I was
So you
like,
could have died at any moment.
Huh?
Could have just blown up at any moment.
Well, I mean, the flame was on, but
Hmm.
maybe. Oh.
The fireplace kind of gives it like that homey feel. Otherwise, it just looks like
Yeah. You
It's
should
like a
just
storage room.
Like
If it wasn't a fireplace, you'd be like, what the fuck is going on here?
Oh, is this the storage room where you keep all your extra stuff? Oh no, this is the apartment.
Oh, this is
Your
where you
walk-in
live.
closet?
That's super sad.
Why is there a refrigerator and stove in your walk-in closet? It's fucking bizarre. All right.
Yeah, you should just
Connect
like
them?
leave the fireplace running all the time.
Just 24/7.
Mm.
Middle of summer, like it's really toasty in here.
Yeah,
Oh, that's because the fireplace is on.
gotta keep up with the atmosphere.
What if we get like a beanbag chair? Would that be sufficient?
Nope.
I mean, like a
Um,
beanbag couch.
Is that a thing? Do they make those?
Yeah. Yeah. Then I guess they're kind of like two beanbag chairs stuffed together in the shape of a couch, but it's not really. I mean, I guess it's a couch, just filled with beans.
I feel like as long as whenever you meet a girl, you're going back to her place, then you can definitely own a beanbag couch.
I'm definitely gonna be like, hey, I'm
Because
homeless.
if she's
That
coming
would
back
work.
here, you definitely don't want to own a beanbag couch.
I mean, if she comes back here, then she's made plenty of bad decisions. So she's not really.
She's
gonna,
already.
She's not really gonna care about what's going on.
She's gone
like,
down that road
inside the
already.
apartment.
What if
Yeah.
the girl turns out to be a ghost?
Yeah, good for you, man.
Ooh,
Like, that's a,
spoopy.
Are you saying you wouldn't date her because she's a ghost? That's kind of
Yeah.
messed up.
I mean, it would freak me out if
Yeah,
she
but-
turned out to be a ghost.
Yeah,
I
but you
thought she was a
shouldn't.
regular lady. Well, like, would other people
You shouldn't
perceive
judge her
her?
because she's a ghost. That's just kind of messed up.
No, I mean, the ghost Americans are a very important, integral part of our society.
you know,
so-
sometimes you get the chance to love someone from another dimension, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
super special.
I like deal with that all the time.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. So, don't take it for granted, man. You go for that.
How would a ghost
I
even know
won't.
how to use Tinder though? Because like that's the only way I have them. I know. I
there's,
need to go to Starbucks now and
Yeah,
just hang
Starbucks,
out.
Yeah. Just
Be
kind of
like-
stalk women as they come in, and then they'll like you.
Hey, you. What are you getting? What's your business here? I'm like, I'm buying coffee. I'm like, oh, cool.
Cool. So you want to hang out sometime?
Let's fuck or something. I don't know.
You're basic, right? You're getting a pumpkin spice latte? Perfect. Let's go back to my place.
Jesus. Wow.
Did you hear that?
Shh.
That's a ghost.
All right. This has been another very special episode of the Uneducated Statements Podcast.
Agreed.
I'm Ben.
Are we all in excellent agreement? Are we copacetic?
Yeah, I agree. I'm Ryan.
I'm copacetic.
He's copacetic.
He's Mark, and thanks
We're all
again for our,
copacetic. So
for our very special guest.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, Mr. Ryan.
It was a blast. I enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
dude. We'll have you again sometime if we ever do this again.
Yeah. We might have to Skype you in.
Yeah. We'll have to
Dude.
Skype me in, but you guys
Yeah.
can do this together.
oh, did I just find my replacement host?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
obviously.
shit.
Yeah, thank God we got rid of that Andy guy, right? I
Yeah.
mean, Ben guy.
Yeah, fuck him, dude. He's the worst. But yeah.
Maybe when you
Um,
move back here.
Thanks for tuning in,
Yeah.
and we'll keep it up
For
as
the-
best we can.
Yeah. Get that puss.
Get that puss.
Get that
Thanks,
puss.
guys.
All right.
Peace.
Cool.
Get that puss. This one definitely have to title it something along the lines of ghosts.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Ugh.